You have one vote. How do you protect your vote? How do we stop voter fraud? Here are some suggestions. There's been a lot of reports in the news. Hey, I voted for Bob, but the machine switched my vote to the other candidate, to Nancy. How is this happening? They stole my vote. Then what happens after the election? The officials just say, oh, it was just a calibration error, just one machine. Folks, voter fraud is so bad, it's time to grab the red hammer, break the glass. This is an emergency. Here's what you can do when you show up to the polling place on election day. Number one, request a paper ballot. Paper ballots are more difficult to hack. They can't hack a piece of paper. They can throw it out the window, but they can't hack it. They can't rig it as easily as they can an electronic machine. Now, some states have electronic voting with no paper trail. Some states won't even give you a paper ballot. My information lists these states in that category right here. Voting laws change. It's imperative. If your state does not allow paper ballots at the polls, we need to get the laws changed in those states. But for the states that do allow paper ballot, request a paper ballot. It's tougher to hack. Now, when you show up to the polls, many states use touchscreen machines. Some of these touchscreen machines are very easy to manipulate, and some of them, like the Smartmatic machines, are connected to globalists like George Soros. Here's the list of 16 states that use Smartmatic, Soros-connected voting machines. If you encounter one of these machines at your polling place, after you vote, you must request a paper trail. Ask the poll worker for the printout. Say, hey, I'd like to see the printout showing my vote. They have to show you the printout. All right? Now, don't let them show you a printout with just your favorite candidate's name on it. That's not good enough. You need to see the timestamp of the exact time you voted on the printout. This shows that you voted for the correct candidate at the correct time that you voted. You don't want to look at somebody else's vote from earlier in the day. Just because it says your candidate doesn't mean it's your vote. The timestamp must match the time you voted. There's another type of machine that scans your ballot after you fill it out. You fill it out with a pen, and then they take it and they run it through a scanning machine. Here's another problem, though. Some of these machines are made by Dominion Voting Company. Dominion is a Canadian company that supplies voting machines to 22 states. And unfortunately, Dominion has been donating to the Clinton Foundation. So Dominion donates to political candidates, even though Dominion is in charge of counting your votes in elections. That's called a conflict of interest. So you're going to ask for the printout on the Dominion machines. Same drill as before. Ask to see the printout. Now, what else can you do? What are some advanced techniques to prevent election fraud? Well, it's been widely reported. In fact, the bad guys brag about loading homeless people, crackheads, the mentally ill onto buses and busing them on election day from polling place number 1 to polling place number 2 to polling place number 3. In each place, everybody gets off the bus and they all go vote. So they're voting at multiple polling places on election day. So what can you do? Well, everybody has a camera. You can use your cell phone camera or you can get a real camera. Take photos of the buses pulling up to the polling place, parked outside the polling place. Now, there are laws. You cannot walk up to the polling place and start photographing people. Some states say you have to stay 100 feet away. Some states say you have to stay 200 feet away. So follow your local laws, but bring a camera, park your car at the far end of the parking lot, zoom in, And if you see a bus, you'll see them. You'll see a bus pull up and you'll see 30 people get off the bus. Snap some photos. Now, a photo of a bus does not tell us anything. It's not evidence. It could be anywhere. So you want to get as much information in your photo as possible. Here, this one's a little better. We now see the name of the bus company on the side of the bus, and we see the bus parked in front of a landmark. It's parked out front of the post office. Even better, here, what do we have? On the left, we have street signs. So we have a landmark, and we have the exact post office name on the right-hand side. And what else do we have? We have the bus number in yellow and black on the back of the bus. And even better, we have the bus license plate. So when we go to show folks, hey, this bus was parked outside polling place number 1, we can actually prove it to them. Okay? They can't debate much about this photo, but there's one thing missing here. What's missing from this photo? The timestamp showing what day and what time we took this photo. Okay? This is called evidence. Now, you follow the bus to the next polling place. All right? And you snap them there. And you do the same drill again. Now, we zoom in and we try to catch the same guy, Ricky the crackhead, hopping off the bus, wearing the same clothes at multiple polling places. This photo is just about perfect because we have all kinds of information here. Red arrows, we see the buildings. So we have landmarks. We can prove the bus was parked outside these landmarks. Green, what do we have? Well, we have the bus number. We have the license plate. So we prove this bus was parked outside the landmarks. And what else do we have here? Well, we've got a great shot of Ricky the crackhead. This is some random guy on the internet, but let's pretend it's Ricky the crackhead. We have a good shot of him. If he gets off the bus again at polling place number 2, wearing the same clothes, now we've got him. Now, what's missing from this photo? When you go to show folks this photo, when you go to the alt media, when you go on the web and say, hey, I've got evidence of voter fraud, what do they want to see? That's right, the time and date stamp in your camera showing what time and showing what day you took the photo or the video. Ideally, you'll be across the street or across the parking lot in your car with a camera. And to keep it steady, you might want to use a video camera. This way you don't have to catch them at the exact moment. It's a little easier to just set up a video camera on clamp it to the window frame, or just use a small tripod, put it on the floor, put it on the, you set it on the passenger seat on a little tripod. You aim it, you hit record, you hang out, you eat some donuts, and you see what you can catch. Now, men might take a little bit of time to get up to speed on this, but women have been training for this their whole lives. Women are always going through the boyfriend's phone, checking their text messages, reading and seeing who the boyfriend's talking to. They're trying to catch their husband, flirting with the girl, the hostess at the restaurant. Women, you are fully trained. You are already good at this. So use it to help society. Use it to, protect democracy. Why not? Final tip here. On election day, think of your friends that, share your political values. Pick up the phone and get a list of 3 of them. Pick up the phone, call them. Hey, I'm voting in 20 minutes. I'll pick you up. See you in 20 minutes. Hang up the phone. Don't give them time to make excuses to say, oh, I'm too busy. No, 20 minutes. Oh, no, I got to water the lawn. No. They're going to come up with something. Don't give them time to come up with something. Hang up the phone. Show up in front of their house. 20 minutes later, get in. Okay, here we go, get in. Pick them up, take them to vote. Don't let them steal it. If crooks want to steal your vote, make them sweat and work hard for it, then expose them. If there's no downside to robbing you, of course they rob you. So far nobody goes to jail. So get the proof we need to expose them and start to clean up this disaster.